Hello, this is Descant.
Hi.
This is
episode 7.
The New Year's episode.
We're
going to be talking about what?
We're gonna have a 2019 recap. I'm Eli.
Review.
I'm Eli.
And I'm
PewDiePie. No.
My name is Felix.
His name
Shellberg.
is Noah.
Noah Redact now.
You said it on it before.
My last name is Johnson.
No, it's not.
It's Phillips.
Johnson and Johnson.
For the people. No, what is that? Wait, Morgan and Morgan.
Morgan. So, I'm just gonna, before I say anything else, I'm gonna say I have been sick for a week and my brain is not working, and I'm very sorry if you hear me cough, or if I get more distracted than I even usually do,
or if we're low
or
energy.
if you hear me sniffle.
We are both very tired.
We're very tired, but we have to film because we didn't last week because I had a fever.
That's the truth.
That
is what happened.
I had a fever like 5 days in a row. So, I'm dead. So some things we need to talk about first. We are getting our podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts and a bunch of other platforms you haven't heard of through this through this app called Anchor, and we're actually going to have a real sponsorship. Our first sponsorship is going to be the app Anchor.
It's going to be pretty cool. So
I'm really excited about it.
Hopefully they'll be listening.
This episode will be on it, and hopefully the sponsorship will be on it.
We're hoping to have it up on, because I'm assuming most of you will listen to this on Spotify, because that's just what I
had a friend
say
tell me that they're not going to listen until we're on Spotify.
I think that's reasonable, because
I do too.
you have to keep YouTube open unless for some reason you buy YouTube Premium.
Why would you do that?
Why would you ever do that? But yeah, so hopefully we'll be on Spotify soon. We're hoping...
We have to wait for approval.
Yeah, we're hoping that this episode goes up on Spotify. If this episode is not on Spotify yet, the rest of the episodes will be on Spotify.
They will.
Yeah, we're going to put everything else that we've already recorded onto Spotify, and also Apple Music, and... Is it going on SoundCloud?
No.
No? Okay, good. I don't want us to be tied to SoundCloud. But yeah, hopefully you'll be able to follow us there. I'm going to be making an Instagram. I've not made it yet, so I'm not going to give you the @ because I don't know if I'm going to check if Descant is taken.
There's no way.
There's a way.
If there's a will, there
is a way. Descant. I spelled it wrong.
You really have to do this now.
Descant accounts. There is a Descant.
Dude.
Some guy named Ellen Lie. Ellen, I'm coming for you.
Ellen's a liar.
Big ol' liar. Alright, well,
we should report him.
I think it was a female.
We should report her.
It doesn't matter. Ellen, we're coming for you. We're suing.
We're suing.
We're going to copyright the name Descant.
So, I would also like to say that this is our, third attempt at this episode because we're both just dead. And we've already said what we're saying, so that's why we're saying it in a weird tone.
Yeah, we're gonna be confused as to what we've already said in each episode.
You know what we haven't said?
What?
We haven't talked about these.
You're right, we haven't. We have mugs.
Ding ding ding
ding
ding
ding ding. We have Descant mugs.
So we're filming this on December 22nd. So
is it the 22nd?
Yes, it is December 22nd.
Is the 22nd.
So I was thinking about just showing up at Noah's house on Christmas Day and giving him all of his all.
This is going great. He means presents. He's trying to say the word presents.
All of his Christmas presents on Christmas Day, and I was gonna be like, "Hi, Merry Christmas," but
Merry Chrysler.
Since I'm seeing him today, and since he informed me that he has plans on Christmas Day, I gave him his gifts today, and I got him Descant mugs, custom Descant mugs off of Etsy.
So cool.
They're blue. They're campfire mugs, if you know what that is.
The metal ones.
Pink. They're metal ones. They have pink writing that say Descant on them, and they're beautiful.
There will be a picture of them on Instagram.
Once the Instagram exists.
I
What?
forgot what I was going to say. Okay, so the tag for the Descant Instagram is descant.exe. And that was recorded after I said that. Yeah, I don't know what it is yet, but whatever I said right there, that's what it is.
That's it.
So go follow that on Instagram. Maybe we'll make a Twitter. I don't know. Maybe if I make a Descant Twitter, then I'll actually be on Twitter.
I never used Twitter, dude.
Because, Eli, you made a Twitter.
I made it
for
I did.
for this, which was funny.
Yeah,
he was
I
like
put it in our description.
that was before episode 1.
Yeah,
or that was right after we recorded episode 1 and 2.
I made a Twitter.
He was like on his computer on twitter.com, and he's like, "Oh, how do I do this?"
Because I'm trying to get on as much social media as I can, so I can. Because I've been told that that's the way you get yourself out there and all that, but
it is a good way to do that.
I have never been active on Twitter, so that's nice.
Twitter isn't bad. I've talked about it before. I just don't understand the appeal.
That's totally fair.
Anyway, back to the topic of this episode.
Yeah, we finished quicker than we did last time.
We did. That was what, like 9 minutes the last time?
Yeah, dude. We're making good time this time around.
Speed run. Descant speed run.
We should record an entire episode and then just summarize it.
Summarize that. So the episode's like 4 minutes long.
Then it'd be worth watching.
Yeah.
Am I talking really loud?
I feel like a little bit. There's a lot of peaks over there.
I can't hear.
This is magnetic. Anyway. So
wait, what? It's magnetic? Yeah. Bro, our mugs are magnetic.
Our mugs are magnetic.
I bought us magnets.
Bought us magnets.
Descant magnets.
Anyway.
Ow.
So today's episode, we're gonna
recap 2019, and it's gonna be funnier than usual because we're dumb.
We are so tired. But okay, I wanted to get this out there. We are tired, and we're trying. We really just want to sleep. However, we are dedicated to this podcast, and we do take a lot of pride in this. So if you think, oh, they're low energy because they don't want to do it anymore, we don't get anything from this.
No,
we do it because we want to.
Our YouTube's not monetized, and we are getting sponsorships going, but they're not gonna be like profitable because we're not gonna get a lot of views yet. I mean, maybe we will.
Even if we don't, I don't care. I'm just doing this because I
have enough money.
This is fun.
I love doing this, and I want to start pursuing the things that I've always wanted to do.
Yeah,
because
me too.
There's so many like media things that I've always wanted to do that I've just never done. I've just always came up with excuses, and I'm trying to make it happen. And that's actually that's like the last thing on my my 2019 thing.
Lionsgate guy? Yeah.
No, what?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Lionsgate guy.
It's the last thing on my 2019
Making it happen?
Yeah, dude. Did you see it?
No.
It says starting to chase dreams.
Good.
So, for my 2019 recap, sorry, my boss texted me and I got distracted. It wasn't about it was about the key.
Oh, so she responds to you.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Noah on at the movie theater, so that's something.
We're hoping that works out soon.
That's been a fun time.
Yeah.
So I wrote like a guide of what I'm gonna talk about for my 2019 recap, and Noah's just winging it as per usual.
Not a lot happened this year. I actually did think about it, and not too much happened.
I already said this in the first attempt, but I feel like this year was very eventful and uneventful at the same time, and I feel like it passed kind of fast, but kind of slow.
Also took forever.
It's weird. 'Cause like a lot happened, but it was also like it feels like graduation and stuff was like such a long time ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess you're gonna make me go first with my recap.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. So, I feel like a broken record. This is awful.
Attempt number 3 is getting
We
to
are
us.
never...
This is the first time we've ever had to redo.
It is.
And we're just so tired and distracted right now.
Am I the only one that can't think when they're sick?
I can understand what you're thinking.
Like, my brain just goes poo-poo.
Poo-poo. Pee-pee,
Oh
poo-poo.
my gosh. I would like to take a moment to talk about this. I saw a TikTok.
TikTok.
Now bear with me here.
You hear the word TikTok and you're like, oh.
This was the cringiest video that I've probably ever seen, but it also made me laugh really hard. So, let me just paint a little picture for you. The camera angle is like... You can tell that it's a bathroom. It's like from the floor. The camera's like on the floor.
Yeah.
And you can see like part of the toilet and like part of the sink and stuff. And there's this woman that like probably in her 20s or something. She walks in and she's like pretending like she's talking to someone. And then she like crouches down and walks over to the camera. And she's like, "Did you have an accident? Are you a poo-poo stinky baby?" And I was like, "Am I a what?"
Oh.
I actually left a comment. I was like, "You had me at poo-poo stinky baby." I'd never leave comments on stuff. I just thought that was funny.
That's funny.
But no, it gets worse. It gets so much worse.
I don't think it can get worse from
It
that.
can. Trust me. So she's like sitting there crouched down, saying a bunch of weird stuff. She was like, "Did you have an uh-oh?" and all this. And
And you're like, yeah, clicking on this
She
video was a
reaches-
mistake.
she reaches to something out of frame that's like on the ground
Yeah.
and holds her hand back up, and it's brown.
Ooh.
And she proceeds to eat whatever is on her hand.
Oh, no.
I'm guessing it wasn't actually poop,
No,
but it was meant
there's-
to be poop.
Poo-poo.
But she just ate. She just like started eating it like an ice cream
TikTok
cone or something.
is an abomination.
And I was like, "What?
You had me at
What?
poo-poo.
Poo poo stinky baby.
Poo-poo stinky baby. That's it. That's it.
Did you have a poo poo stinky? Dude, like what?
What? TikTok's terrible. I Grayley sends me TikToks all the time, and it's...
Bro, my sick adventures were something else.
Your sick adventures.
Yeah.
We need to start talking about our year.
No. Absolutely not.
No.
Because the moment I start trying to talk about something structured, everything's going to fall apart.
That's fair. That is reasonable. That is a reasonable request.
But literally, I need to stop saying that word.
Literally?
Literally.
Yeah.
I'm trying
you
so
said that
hard.
a bunch in the Christmas episode, too.
I'm trying so hard. I just laid in my bed, laid on the couch for days. I worked one day this past week.
That's going to be a nasty paycheck. $4. Let's go.
And let me just remind you that I work 6 days a week most weeks.
So working the opposite of that
Yeah.
is
Basically.
a little strange, yeah.
So I was at home a lot, you know, just alone, not doing anything. And let me tell you, I started thinking about some weird crap.
Whenever I'm sick, I just think about everything.
I remember being like this as a kid, like when I was homeschooled and stuff. I was a very like profound thinker. I just like thought about life all day. And I haven't just done that in such a long time, and it was so weird.
Sometimes it's good to just sit and think.
I guess. I get really freaked out.
Yeah. There's a lot to think about.
But I found that video, and I basically watched TikToks the whole time.
TikTok was your escape.
So that
Escape
was
from the mind.
That was fun. That was a great experience,
Are we going to talk about the topic now?
I guess. So
Do you want me to go first?
I would love for you. I would absolutely
Well, I gotta
love
think
for
about
you
all
to
the
go
stuff
first.
that happened this year. The only thing I can think of, this year started with, well, this year started with, I just think about all the stuff that happened this year. The only thing I can think of, well, this year started with, I just think about all the stuff that happened this year. The only thing I can think of, well, this year started with, I just think about all the stuff that happened this year. The only thing I can think of, well, this year started with, I just think about all the stuff that happened this year. The only thing I can think of, well, this year started with, I just think about all the stuff that happened this year. The only thing I can think of, well, this year started with, I just think about all the stuff that happened this year. The only thing I can think of, well, this year started with, I just think about all the stuff that happened this year. The only thing I can think of, well, this year started with, I just think about all the stuff that happened this year. The only thing I can think of, well, this year started with, I just think about all the stuff that happened this year. The only thing I can think of, well, this year started with, I just think about all the stuff that happened this year. The only thing I can think of, well, this year started with, I Ben
you
and
gotta
I.
get closer to the mic, Noah. I'm sitting here right in front.
This year started.
Oh, those are some peaks. Okay. This year started.
I'm like 6 inches away from the microphone, screaming at it, and you're like whispering like 2 feet away.
Yeah, I'm like leaning back into the door. Excuse me. So this year started, and I mean legitimately started New Year's Day. Me and Ben went to a friend's house, who is redacted. Anyway, me and Ben and I, grammar, went to a friend's house, and the friend, got absolutely plastered.
Oh, that's why you want me to bleep it
Yes.
out.
And Ben and I just kind of chaperoned him at his own house during New Year's, and that's how we spent the New Year's.
That's nice.
This year. Wasn't the worst way. I enjoyed it because I was with Ben, and also it was funny. Because when that person is drunk, they're actually really entertaining.
They're usually really entertaining.
But it was just funny. They were just making a fool of themselves.
Yeah. I've never seen him drunk in person.
But yeah,
and I don't know if I want to.
It's like a one-time experience, and you're like, all right, that's enough of that forever. But yeah, that was pretty fun. Something that may not be of importance to you, but is of importance to me. This year, the beginning of this year, in February, Apex Legends dropped.
That was this year.
Yeah, that was this year. It's not even a year old yet. Apex Legends is a battle royale game.
It feels like such a long time ago, but
at the
this year
same
also
time,
felt like it passed really fast.
I still feel like I'm just started playing Apex.
Yeah.
And I've been playing that game for so long now. But also, I haven't been playing it for so long. I haven't even been playing it for 12 months.
Yeah.
But that game, it's a battle royale game, and it's I've talked about it before. I talked about it in my favorite games.
Yes, sir.
It's just really fun, and that came out this year in February, right around what is that holiday in February?
Valentine's Day.
Yeah. There's actually a badge in the game you get for playing around Valentine's Day, and I had it.
Yeah. I think you showed me.
But yeah, that was this year, and that was interesting. They didn't hype up the game at all. They didn't even announce that it was coming out. They were just like, "Hey, this is out," and then 50 million people played it.
I think you told that story on the podcast.
Yeah. Anyway, but that happened this year. I turned 19 this year.
Did we hang out for your birthday?
I think. I don't remember.
His birthday's March 16th.
Oh wow, just give him all my information.
What do you mean? It's a birthday.
Here's my social security number. Yeah, I turned 19.
Fun fact, I would like to make this known. I don't know if we've ever said this, but there was one episode of the podcast we literally just said our socials.
Now I got you doing it. Social security numbers.
We both said our socials on podcast,
and we just edited them out.
I cut the entire clip out.
Yeah,
because you don't mess with that.
Yeah, that's not something you bleep out. That's something you just don't put in.
It was really funny.
Because he just started listing his, and then he was hysterically laughing, and then I was like, "Here's mine," and then we just looked at each other, and we were like, yeah, maybe we cut that."
I really wanted to leave the conversation around it in because it was hilarious,
but it just wasn't worth it.
I don't want to risk even one digit.
Also,
of that
do you know how you change your social? It's a really
you can change it.
Yeah, I
didn't even know you could.
No, you can, because if it gets leaked, there's stuff that happens.
Well, yeah,
you can change your social, but it's it's hard.
I can imagine. I'm sure you have to
give every
proof of
the fact
existence.
The fact that you exist. Yeah.
What I thought was interesting, and this is actually I don't know if I said this in this take, but I have a guide of things that happened this year, and my cruise is one of the things on there. This is something that I thought interesting. Thought interesting. Thought was interesting.
It good. That wasn't that funny. It really was not that funny.
That's what my real laugh sounds like. I call it an ugly laugh whenever I do that.
Eli, you're not ugly. You're gorgeous.
Thank you. What was I talking about? Whenever you whenever you come back into the country, you just, like, show them your birth certificate, and that's it.
Really? So to leave the country, it's like this whole thing.
I mean, that really wasn't as complicated as I thought it was. Like, especially if there's a random cut in the video, it's because I'm coughing, so there was probably one right there.
Yeah. If you couldn't tell by the way he's talking like this. I remember chocolate.
I remember when
I
they
hated
first
chocolate.
invented chocolate. I always hated it.
What was that creature?
A worm.
Like a lima bean or something? Friggin' bean looking.
This episode is a wreck, dude. I hope you like chaotic energy because
This is the worst.
here's your dosage.
I thought you were going to say, who's your daddy? And I was like, what? That has nothing to do
Anyway.
Moving on.
Leaving the country, though, especially, like, on a cruise ship, I don't know what it's like flying or whatever because I haven't done that since I was 3. But it wasn't that complicated. You don't have to have a passport to leave on a cruise ship.
Really?
You don't.
That's interesting.
It was weird as crap, but I don't have a passport, and I went to Mexico.
It might have something to do with the fact that you're locked to a specific area.
Probably. But, you know, they, I don't really know what happens with this, but they leave people.
Did they leave somebody?
They, like, people get off in, the location, or in our case, Mexico. People get off and get absolutely crap-faced.
Yeah.
And they, like, don't know where they're at, so they just don't go to the ship when they're supposed to, and they just leave them. I don't know what they do. I mean, there's some way that they take them back to America, but I don't know what they do.
Because you can't just stay.
Yeah.
Like, they get you out of the country. That's interesting.
So, what else happened in your year?
I moved from my dad's house to my friend Karina's house, so I live there now. This summer was not ridiculously eventful, but not terrible. Pretty sure it was this year that we met our good friends Joe and Amanda, who we love. So I told them to watch our podcast, but did not send them a link, which is my fault. So I'm probably going to send them a link.
Such a girly giggle.
Joe, Amanda, we love you. I have your beanie with me right now. I love it. My favorite thing. Did I show it to you?
No.
It's wonderful.
He's getting it.
Amanda made it for me. It's literally the coolest thing.
My mom used to make...
She
used to, like, crochet and stuff.
It's massive, too.
Ooh, I like it.
It's a black
floppy beanie.
Yeah, black and gray
dude.
floppy
That suits
beanie.
you.
It's awesome.
Picture on Instagram?
Yeah.
You better be doing this in it.
Oh, gang. Anyway. But I can't remember exactly when we met them, but I'm fairly certain it was this year. Me and Poe met them.
You met them with Poe?
Yeah.
My boss keeps texting me and it's distracting the crap out of me.
Is she texting me? No.
I don't know if I said this in this take, but I'm trying to get Noah on at the movie theater. So that's nice. He is now texting. I can't... Dude. 8 ball.
8 ball. Anyway, so, love them. This summer was pretty fun. Nothing really memorable happened. I started working at Starbucks and then subsequently stopped working.
You want to tell that
Starbucks.
story?
No.
Because you haven't said anything about it. He doesn't work at Starbucks anymore.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. Yeah.
And that's why I'm trying to get him on at the movie theater.
And then, yeah, this whole year I've been dating Grayley. Love her. She's wonderful. Shout out to you. Love you.
What's your, like, day, do you know, that you started?
Started dating?
Yeah.
Grayley and I?
Yeah.
Well, it was last year. We didn't start dating this year.
No, I know, but...
It was July 21st. No.
July?
31st.
July?
July 31st.
Dang, dude, you're almost at 2.
We're almost at 2. On the way.
On the way. What else happened this year?
So
you dated her the entirety of 2019.
Yeah.
I think that's worth worth mentioning. That's awesome.
That is my longest relationship and my happiest relationship.
You know what my longest relationship is?
2 months.
No,
How long?
4 months.
Oh.
But it's still not long.
Yeah. And also, not the greatest relationship.
We'll get to that.
That's another time. A story for another time.
Well, I'll say now that the first one was 4 months, and it was 2 years ago. And
Was
I
that
was
2 years ago?
15 and 16. Yeah, that was a good time. And
That was
then
a long time ago.
and then Mr. Noah dated this girl's friend.
Yeah.
But me and this
Quad
girl.
Squad,
Oh
bro.
no, absolutely not.
Not bringing back.
Not talking about that this very moment. But me and that girl are actually on very good terms. I think she's a good person. Well, maybe not. I don't know if I'd say
The one that I dated.
The one that I dated.
Oh.
Is who I'm talking
I thought you were
about.
talking about the one that I did.
I mean, I'm on good terms with her. I just don't really talk to her. I stay in touch with her, and I think she's cool. So
Yeah.
what else happened this year for you?
Honestly, I can't think of anything, and there's probably a lot more because it's an entire year, but not much that I can think of.
Back
have-
to me,
I
Ryan.
have to go to the bathroom. Can we pause for a minute?
As long as I can leave that in.
Okay. What happened to Audacity? Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
As long as it works.
Uh-oh, poo-poo stinky.
Uh-oh.
We're back. Noah took a poo-poo stinky.
I did.
Man, I'm really hoping our crackhead energy will save this episode.
What? You got a paper
Because this
clip down
episode's
here. That is crackhead
right
energy.
in the toilet, dude.
We are not doing great right now.
We're back.
Where we are.
I need my phone.
Why do you need your phone?
I have separation anxiety.
Me too.
I have a list on there.
All right, I think I pretty
I
much
bumped the
summed up.
table.
I think I summed
The
up my
sewing
year.
table. Tigger sticker sewing table. TM. Sponsored by Tigger.
Sponsored by Disney.
I saw a TikTok that said, it was talking about Winnie the Pooh, and it was talking about all the characters like symbolizing different. I don't know how to say them all generally, but I remember Eeyore was like symbolizing depression.
Oh yeah,
And,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Piglet is like OCD,
Yeah,
and
disorders
disorders. Yes.
and no Piglet's.
You gotta get closer, dude.
Piglet's anxiety.
One of
and
them's
Rabbit's
OCD.
OCD.
Rabbit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Tigger is carelessness. I think something like that.
I don't know.
ADHD. That's what it was. Tigger's ADHD. And
So are you.
Pooh is like stress eating because he
Yeah,
stress eats.
Mood.
It was interesting.
I just eat
what would
constantly.
Kanga and Roo be?
What?
Kanga and Roo.
I have no idea who that is.
Dude, you don't know Pooh.
I don't. It's been a while.
You don't know Poo Lore. get
Poo Stinky.
Poo Lore.
Winnie the Poo Stinky.
In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the lore of Pooh.
Can I title this Poo Stinky?
Let me just quote my girlfriend really quick. I got us PJs for Krim. That's what it says.
Quit answering your phone.
It says I got. That's funny though. I got us PJs for Krim.
You should just send her Poo Stinky and see what she says.
I'm gonna send it. Poo Stinky.
Poo Stinky, baby.
Poo Stinky. I sent it. She's probably gonna get mad.
Alright, let's talk about my year real fast.
Yeah, what happened in your
This
year?
is going to be awful because I cannot concentrate for longer than 2.8 seconds.
Hold on. So the Instagram, I started it. It's descant.exe.
So I don't have to edit now?
No.
Okay.
DESCANT period
I think at this point they know how to spell
EXE.
it.
Well, you know, I was just helping.
How do you think they got here?
We sent them the link.
Yeah, that's about where.
Yeah.
That's about the source of all of our views.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, by the way, this is completely random, but my aunt from Portland that I shouted out in the last episode is in our city. I almost just said it.
She's
so shout out to you if you ever listen. You know, she doesn't know we have a podcast yet, but I'm gonna tell her. You're awesome. I love you.
I don't know you,
Sabrina.
but you're awesome. Sabrina.
Yeah. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Sabrina the Teenage Sweetheart.
Sabrina is the name of
She's not a teenager.
Gym leader in Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
She's a psychic type gym leader. Don't act like you knew that. You're like, oh yeah, shut up. You didn't know.
So my 2019.
Back to the topic at hand.
So, I've already said most of this once. So I'm going to start crying now.
Round 2.
So, early into this year, not really much happened, like, specifically. I mean, a lot happened because it was my senior year.
Yeah.
You know, my last semester was the first 5 months of this year. So, you know, I just finished up a lot of performances, like my last chorus concert, my last theater show, all that jazz, all the standard senior stuff. And then I graduated in May, which was crazy.
It's
crazy
definitely
experience.
rough. Yeah. Graduating is weird.
And then I talked about this on the podcast in the past. This summer, dude, you got a text.
I did?
You got a notification of some sort.
I did. Let me put that on Do Not Disturb.
Yes, sir. Should have done that hours ago.
You should have done. Anyway.
So, I already talked about this a little in a previous episode, but during the summer, graduating came as a shock to me because I was unemployed and unschooled.
Unschooled? What? Uneducated?
No, I wasn't going to
Not
school.
at school anymore.
I wasn't
okay.
doing anything. And I ended up getting kind of depressed, and also during summer, I feel like this was a kind of a significant part of this year. And I also mentioned this earlier in the episode, was my second relationship that I have ever had, and it lasted 2 months, and I was depressed for at least half of that time, and I think both the cause, both the start and end of that relationship was, you know,
Because of that.
Yeah. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Did that come
Yeah,
out right?
it did.
Okay.
I mean, to me. But
Okay.
you've already said that twice to me, so.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that we didn't have like good times and stuff, but
But we didn't have good times.
But you know, a good bit of that relationship was rough because I wasn't in the place for a relationship. Did I mention the story thing? I mentioned that, right?
What?
The story thing.
Oh, yeah,
that
you already
she
mentioned that,
put
I'm
on her
pretty
story.
sure.
And yeah. So that was the end of that, you know.
I feel like this episode is just going to be a conglomeration of us repeating ourselves. Because we're so tired. We are terribly sorry for whatever happens during this episode. We're bombing this episode.
We are. But you know, crackhead energy can be pretty entertaining.
It can. That's why Grayley likes TikToks.
So that was something significant that happened this year.
Can you edit voice? Like, do you know how to do like voice filters? This is random, but I thought about it. Can you do voice filters?
Can I ask why?
I just want to know. Can you?
I can try. I've never tried.
Can you put like an epic voice for me?
I'm not gonna do that.
Not even for like one word.
What's the word?
I don't know.
Bird. Bird is the word.
Yeah, bird is the word. Copyright. We're gonna get copyright striked. We're gonna see that strucken, smitten. We're gonna get smited, smoked.
Stricken, yeah. That's a Guitar Hero song.
Okay. You do that.
So the next significant thing that happened was I got the job at the movie theater, and you know, big confidence boost. My first job in my entire life. Yeah, I'm 18. Shut up.
That doesn't matter. We're not talking about that.
So, that's been a significant part of this year. And then, this is something that I've started doing and realized that I've been
What are you saying?
realized that I've been doing lately.
And this is something that I can relate to, too. I thought about it while I was in the bathroom.
I have it on my list as cutting dumbtards out.
Yeah.
I have not been hanging out with people that I don't want to hang out with because have I talked about this on the podcast? I feel like I might have.
Maybe.
Because I don't have the time to just hang out with people because they want me to.
Yeah.
If I don't want to, I'm not going to do it anymore.
I think that's something you realize when you're not out of high school. Or when you get out of high
definitely,
school.
yeah.
Because, like, when you're in high school, you're, like, trying to make friends and all that. But once you've established who your friends are, like, I've established that you, Ben, Joseph, Karina, like, that's, like, my circle. And also Graylee, but she's my girlfriend. That's a different,
a different circle.
But, like, those...
A different shape.
Yeah. And Jacob I've started talking to again recently. Jacob,
Speaking
you better
of
text
Jacob,
me more.
Should we tell them our plan?
I think we can tell them our plan. It's a plan. It's not happening, but we're hoping.
What do you mean?
Because, I mean, well, that's a lot of people to get together.
It is.
We're going to have to, like, find somewhere to record for that.
No, we're not going to do it in person.
What are we going to do?
Did you read?
No, I have not read the group chat at all. I figured you were going to inform me later. I hate group chats.
I figured you would have that perspective, so I just haven't really asked you questions. But
okay.
You're free.
I'm free?
You're free when we're wanting to do it.
How do you know?
Should we tell them that, or should we keep it a secret?
I think we could tell them.
We're doing something special.
Someone special, who could it be?
For the, Vaughn's class episode. For the programming class episode that we have built up and built up and built up. It's finally happening.
We just don't know
in the
when.
next few weeks, hopefully. And we one of our friends had the genius idea to get everyone together from the class, because there were 7 of us, and just have a big call and just talk about the class and just reminisce. And I was like, that is absolutely genius. So I started a group chat with all of us, and we're gonna try to film that soon.
Another question. We keep this show PG because we want to apply. We want to
we want our moms to listen. That's the real reason.
Well, part of that, yeah. But we want to be family friendly for everybody. A lot of those people, mainly, my concern is Jacob. I don't know.
Oh no.
Should we label that one PG-13 and just like let it like free reign? Just let what? Because I think letting it be as raw as possible would be the best.
I didn't think of that.
I think
Dude,
if we
you
just what?
I probably shouldn't say that.
I think we should just. I think we'll talk about that later. Anyway,
we'll figure that out.
That's the plan for now. We plan to get a bunch of people together in a Discord call and just. I do remember that now that you say it.
Yeah.
And just talk about the class because it
Back
was
to the topic.
It was such a big part of our lives. So look forward to that at some point.
At some point.
Yeah.
So
Quit hitting the table.
I'm sorry. 2019, baby.
What a year.
What a year. So
what?
I gotta finish
my
year first. So I have been hanging out with people that I don't want to hang out with. Not at all. Basically. I realized that I stopped doing that like the end of summer. I just like I'm to a point where okay, I am a pushover. We all know this.
Yeah. Common knowledge.
I have not been common knowledge. I have not been good at saying no in the past, but I've gotten so much better at it. If someone asks me if I want to hang out and I don't want to hang out, I'm not going to waste my freaking time.
Yeah.
Because time is so valuable these days. I'm not going to spend it with someone that I don't want to spend time with. like the only people that I ever hang out with is you and mainly you.
Yeah, understand.
So that was one of those end of summer kind of things. That's the period that we're at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So come October, this is the good one. This was the highlight of my year, I would say. I don't know. That's a bold statement considering I graduated.
Yeah. Graduating is a big part of your life.
I checked an item off my bucket list. Also, we were going to have a bucket list episode. I don't know if we ever mentioned that, but Noah was like, I don't have a bucket list.
I don't. He's looking at me like I'm going to just come up with one. I don't have one. I
have one.
Personally, I think the idea of a bucket list is kind of redundant because if there's something I want to do, I'm just going to do it. I don't need to
It's a fair argument, but I'm a very goal-oriented person, and if I don't have something like written down that I'm working toward, I just feel useless.
I understand.
So the thing that I checked off my bucket list, I went on a cruise for the first time.
Wow, you did?
I did.
I feel like
I've only mentioned that 800 times.
Yeah.
I went to Mexico. I went to Yucatan and Cozumel, and I got to do fun boat stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. Any questions about that?
Yas, queen.
So,
why are you asking me? You've told me everything about
No, I know, but the first time, or the first episode of the podcast, right before it, was when I told him everything about my cruise, and he was like, "Why aren't we filming?"
Yeah. So we just kept putting off the cruise thing, and before we started tonight, he's like, "I can finally talk about my cruise."
What could I say? I don't know.
I don't know. You've
Ask me
been
something,
waiting.
even if you know.
What did you do on the cruise?
That's a loaded. I ate a lot.
What did you eat?
I'm pretty.
Tell
sure
us about the endless bars.
I'm pretty sure I gained a lot of weight, and that leads me to my next thing. I actually started working out immediately when I got back.
Yeah.
Consistently, and this is the
Do you
first
still
time
go?
I do, but I did miss a week from being sick.
Yeah.
I just haven't gone this week at all because
it's
so
reasonable,
crappy.
Yeah.
And I started kind of trying to get my diet a little better, but I don't really know how entirely because I can't cook.
Yeah.
So
He's just trying his best. And I mean, that's all you can do.
Yeah. I've tried to cut out sweets and stuff. However, I have had a little bit here and there because it's the holidays and all that, and it seems valid.
Yeah. Yeah. What did your mom say earlier? Calories during Christmas don't count.
Around the
Because it's the same principle as eating at Chick-fil-A. They're the Lord's calories.
Okay, back to the cruise. That's something that this woman that we met on the cruise said constantly. She was like, calories don't count on vacation.
That's what my mom always used to say.
On the cruise, we had a scheduled dinner time and a scheduled dinner location, and everybody had one, but it was optional if you wanted to go or not. So, but I went every single night because it's fancy as crap.
Yeah.
And it's so good.
Yeah, why wouldn't you go? It's awesome.
I don't know. My parents skipped at least one night because they didn't feel like it, but I was seasick for half the trip and I still went.
Yeah.
I ate constantly.
Did you ever throw up?
No.
Okay.
I just had a little bit of spicy poop, you know.
Okay.
Poo-poo stinky.
Poo-poo stinky. And please don't let this become a thing. This is not going to be the joke. I do not want this to be the Descant joke. Poo-poo stinky. God.
But at our scheduled dinner location, it was called Jubilee Dining. Carnival Fantasy, baby.
You went on a Carnival cruise?
I did.
That's
Party! Yeet!
Yeet.
It was awesome, though. And we met, we had a waiter named Tukey. He was awesome. I followed him on Instagram. And then if you don't have like enough people in your group to take up a whole table, they'll just like pair you with another family or something.
Yeah.
And we got paired with this family of 4 from Indiana, and there were 6 of us. My family of 4 and my grandparents. And we got paired with this family of 4 from Indiana, and I still remember their names and everything.
You should have told them about the podcast.
Yeah, I could. I have them on Instagram.
You do?
Yeah.
Tell them.
Yeah, they honestly, I feel like they might be into it.
Yeah.
But you guys are awesome, and you were great dinner partners, and we got to know them pretty well.
I do not know you. However, if Eli likes you, I like you.
But that made that more enjoyable too. But let me just explain the way that the dinner was set up. You just walk in, you sit down, and they bring you a menu. It is fancy as crap, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. There was an actual like formal night of the dinner too, where everybody got super dressed up, and I wore a bow tie.
Ooh.
And
do you know how to tie a bow tie? Or
I
was
don't,
it
but I saw a TikTok about it.
Okay. So was it was it one of the clip-on
Get
bow ties?
Closer.
Was it one of the clip-on bow ties?
it
Okay, I have
was.
one of those.
Or it like goes right here.
Did you tell chorus teacher, unnamed chorus teacher, about the podcast?
I left her name in one of the episodes.
You did? Okay. Well, hopefully she doesn't care.
I
feel like of all people,
I don't
she would
think
be
she-
one to care. Just because of how private she is.
I left Cove in one episode,
Okay.
which that's not really
Yeah, that's fair. Cove.
Cove.
Mama Cove.
Mama Cove. But I did tell her about it. I don't know if she's ever going to listen.
Well,
if you're listening, I love you. Sorry we're crackheads. You're probably embarrassed.
She's embarrassed to have ever taught us. She's like, man, these kids were in my class.
The cruise.
The cruise, back to it.
Yes.
Fancy as crap.
Yes. On the formal night, they went even further. They like
fancier.
They like folded the napkins up all nice and like put them in our laps for us.
Ooh.
It was, oh my gosh, the amount of pampered that I got on that cruise. I got a massage on that cruise. Well, not technically on the cruise. I got a massage in Mexico for $15 for half an hour.
It's pretty good.
That was the best 30 minutes of my life.
I've always wanted to go to, I think it's a chiropractor, the ones that like crack your neck
Yeah.
and stuff. I've always wanted to do that because they do it professionally and they know what they're doing and they're not just my girlfriend telling me to lay on the ground and pushing my back. However, I'm not saying that doesn't feel good, but I want someone who knows what the heck they're doing to like snap my neck in half. I want to walk out feeling like
I'm glad
jelly.
that's a desire of yours.
Yeah, no, do you know what I'm saying though? Like that would be so cool. I think if anything's on my bucket list, it's go to a chiropractor.
I guess, dude.
You're like, whatever floats your boat, man. Speaking of floating your boat, back to the cruise.
So the way that the dinner thing worked, you went in and sat down, and they would bring you a menu, and they wouldn't even let you pour your own water. They have to walk up and like do it for you, and oh my gosh, I miss it so much.
You wish you just lived on the cruise.
And the way that you order, there's like entrees and appetizers, and there's like a section of the menu that's like rare finds and stuff, and you just order as much as you want. You can literally say, I want this, and 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 hey, give me 2 of these, and they'll just be like, okay,
And then they'll just bring it to you.
and then they'll just
That's interesting.
they'll just do it, and that's it. And then when you're done, you just walk out. You don't do anything. That's it.
That's
And
really interesting.
And there's of course dessert every night, and it's really, really good food too. And I tried ox tongue. I
remember you
I
told me
had
about that.
lamb. What else did I tell you?
Lamb is good. I've had lamb. This is mini story. If I was doing a 2018 recap, this would be on there. I went to what is it called? Music Midtown. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. It is a music festival in Atlanta, Georgia. in case you didn't know where Atlanta was. And it was so cool. Went with a bunch of my friends, and
Atlanta, Wyoming.
is that a place?
I
don't want to talk about Wyoming. There's like 250,000 people there, and
That's why I said that.
I don't think I'm exaggerating. Hey Google, what's the
Oh my
population of
gosh.
Wyoming?
The population of Wyoming was 577,700 in 2018.
Dang.
500,000 people live in the entire state. The entire state. What? More people live in our town.
No, they don't.
No, but still, like that. I feel like the total population of like our county and the surrounding counties is more than that. I feel.
Probably. Our district.
Yeah. And like I mean like the counties in the other states that are near us and stuff like that. Anyway, but we went to Music Midtown, and that was so fun, and it was 2 days long. A bunch of people went. Post Malone went. Fall Out Boy.
21 Pilots.
No, they weren't
No?
there.
What was that you went to?
That was just a 21 Pilots concert. I went to that. Oh, I did go to that this year. I went to a 21 Pilots concert this year.
That's worth mentioning.
Yeah, I forgot about that. See, I forget about everything. That was so cool. An amazing experience.
I'm sure I'm leaving a bunch of stuff out.
21 Pilots concerts are so cool.
They're
because
fun.
It's like a show. It's not just
I
a
would
concert
hope.
for... No, but I mean, it's not just a concert for music. It's like they put on like a production, and there's like the transitions and stuff are cool between songs. It's not like
a musical show.
yeah, it's not like we play this song and then everyone claps, and we play the next song and everyone claps. It's like we play this song and then it goes into the next song, and then we're in a different part of the stage, but
It's
we
like a
didn't
story.
stop. Yeah. And that's what Tyler Joseph's Tyler. That's his goal. He wants things to be like a story.
Bro,
like
he's gonna be a dad soon.
Is he? I
You
didn't
didn't
know
know
that.
that?
No.
Yeah, Jenna's pregnante.
I am Pregordy.
Port.
Jenna is port.
Pro.
Anyway, but there was a bunch of cool artists at Music Midtown, and what I was getting to is there was there was this long line of vendors, and they had all kinds of food, they had all kinds of merch and stuff like that. But one of them was selling what one of my friends likes to refer to as gyros, Greek gyros. They were selling euros, and I have never had one before, and I was like,
I thought it was Heroes.
hero? No, it's euro.
Euro.
Euro, yeah.
Euro.
A Greek euro. As far as I know, I could be butchering
Alright.
that. I don't speak Greek. I was born in Florida.
I don't speak Greek.
But anyway, so that's it was really good, and it was a lamb gyro, and it was just so good, and the sauce they put on it is amazing. And then I had one at Arby's, and it was not as good, but still good. I mean,
sponsored by Arby's.
sponsor.
Oh.
See, I like Arby's, but I don't know if I want to be sponsored by a company whose slogan is "We have the meats." Like, I love Arby's.
Descant. We have the conversation.
No. We have the distraction.
Descant. We have disorders.
We have... Wait, what? That's our slogan. Anyway, so the gyro was so good, and that's
Lamb
why-
Hero.
Lamb gyro. They're really good if
We'll
you've
try
never
that.
had one.
I've never. I don't know
There
if
was
I've ever
also
had a Hero at all.
there was also these. So it was like, okay, picture a funnel cake.
I'm picturing a funnel cake.
Yeah, if you don't know what a funnel cake is, just look it up. I don't know why you wouldn't. But instead of it's like through a tube that they do it. Instead
Yes,
of
sir.
that, it's like I can't think of the best way to explain it. You know the Michelin tires. You know the mascot, the big white
think so.
tire guy with like the lumpy arms. That's what it looked like. So it was like rounded, and it was like lumpy, but it was on a stick. And it was like this really long thing, and they stuffed it with things. So you could have it with like strawberries, or with chocolate, or with strawberries and chocolate, or caramel, or like peanut butter.
Dang, dude.
They had like maple syrup ones, and I cannot remember what they were called, but I think they were called something waffles. But then they put sugar on them and all this stuff.
Belgian waffles.
No, you could get
I don't
them.
know.
You could get them with like ice cream and stuff. And I got one of those. oh, it was so good. That place had really good food. One of our friends got like just some chicken tenders, and those things, like, I mean, obviously they're in a vendor, so they don't just come with the food and then sell it. They like make it there.
Yeah.
So they were like hand breading the chicken, and you could watch them do it, and it like they put so much cool stuff on that. It's like, picture what KFC is supposed to be with the 11 herbs and spices, even though there's like salt, pepper, and paprika, and that's it. And then it was so good. Like, you have a chicken tender from like McDonald's, and then you have this, and it's like, what?
A chicken tender from McDonald's?
Yes, McDonald's has tenders.
They do?
You didn't know that? I worked at McDonald's for like a
nuggets?
year. No, they have nuggets.
They
Chicken
have
tenders are
tenders?
actually chicken.
They have chicken tenders?
Yes, and they're really good.
I didn't know that.
I mean, they're McDonald's, but for McDonald's, they taste like chicken tenders.
Listen, McDonald's food is really, really good. It's just...
I wouldn't say really, really. Maybe good.
I think it's pretty good.
I mean,
Granted, I have
did
low
work there for a
food
long
standards.
time, and that's all I ate. So I think that might be the problem for me.
It makes me like, it genuinely makes me feel bad after I eat it, like,
Yeah.
no matter what.
That's McDonald's.
So it is incredibly unhealthy,
Yeah. like
as unhealthy as you can get, but it's good. 10 of 10. Maybe not 10 of 10.
You want to know something else that I thought of that happened this year? So this year, this has to do with games as well, but I thought
Yes,
about
sir.
it. It has to do with a
6-year anniversary of Minecraft.
ooh, it has to do with a controversial game,
That
Fortnite.
hasn't happened yet. It will happen after this goes up.
What?
I mean, before this goes up.
Oh, 6 year of
Between
you
now
having
and-
Minecraft?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna say Minecraft's like 10 years old this year, bruh.
Bruh.
So something that really was weird to think about. At the beginning of this year, I was still playing Fortnite with Joseph and with you. I mean, we were
Yeah.
all playing Fortnite. The beginning of this year was season 7. We're on
Chapter 2.
season 1, so technically season 11.
11.
And if you don't know how that works, don't worry. Basically,
Download Fortnite and
no,
figure it out.
you don't have to. Basically, they take like
Sponsored by Fortnite.
no. Basically, they take 3 months, and then they have like a select like theme for those 3 months, and you can get cool cosmetic items and stuff to make your character look different. And then once that 3 months is up, you can't get those items anymore.
There's 3 months.
Yeah, it's 3 months.
I've never.
On average.
Okay.
This season is going to be like 4 months long.
Duh, they're always like 70-ish days. Or
Yeah,
more.
something like
I
that.
remember that now.
So
Or like 90.
the beginning of this season
That's
was
3 months.
season 7, or the beginning of this year was season 7, and that was the last time that me and all my friends played, and it was also season 7 at the end of last year, so it started around Christmas time and then went until like February-ish.
Christmas.
But I remember waking up like during the event when it started, all the Christmas stuff, and it was like it felt like Christmas because all the event stuff was all Christmas themed, and it was like it felt like waking up on Christmas Day when the event started. And I played all day the first day.
I won a game on Christmas Day.
Did you?
I did. Yeah, do you remember that?
No, I don't.
I got decent at Fortnite, but I was no like 800 solo win
Yeah,
kind of person.
yeah.
I think I have like 3 or 4 solo wins.
Yeah.
But I
think
had like
I'm right
a
there with
really
you.
good game on Christmas Day last year. I have a clip. I keep going. I hate when people do that. I have a clip in my Snapchat memories, I think, from me killing someone in like a really clean way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was cool.
Fortnite
I
was
really
fun
excited about
back
that.
when we all played it together. Then
Yes,
season
sir.
8 dropped, and we were like,
Was that the pirate one?
yeah. Season 8 was
Yeah.
Pirates. Season 9 was when they did, it was all the futuristic stuff. And then Season 10 was when everything reverted back. That was the one where everything was jumped
Was
through
9 the
time.
one with the stupid giant robot things that you got in and just
Mechs?
like blew up?
That was 10.
That was
no,
10?
no, that was 9? Maybe
Those were
10.
awful, dude.
They were terrible.
They were awful.
The
Absolutely.
Brutes, they were called.
Brutes.
Mhm.
Oh.
I will say the season 9 event where the giant mech was being built in the. Did you see the season 9 event?
I don't know.
There was a big creature under Polar Peak. There was a big mountain, an ice mountain, and we found out later that it was
alliterative Fortnite map location names.
Yeah, Tilted Towers, Retail Row, Salty Springs, Pleasant Park, Landy.
You can stop
Lucky Landing.
anytime you want.
I used to know all of them, bro. There's a lot of new ones.
And then they changed it.
Holly Hedges is a new one.
Holly Hedges.
I still have not figured out how to land there. We land at Dirty Docks. Dirty Docks, I think. Can't remember what it's called.
Bro, let's land dirty.
What was your favorite landing location? Like when you played? Like, can you think of? I loved Viking. There was a Viking village up on a hill.
I dug Jerusalem, dude.
Really?
I always liked Jerusalem.
Yeah. Or whatever we call it, Sudan.
I can't remember what my name for it was. I had a specific name that I came up with.
There was a like a cowboy town in a. There's a lot of areas.
Had so many different names.
Yeah, it wasn't a named location, so everyone just called it whatever they wanted. I
remember what I called it.
What?
Penis Palms.
Yes. Yes. So it was right next to an area called Paradise Palms, and Paradise was like an area that everyone landed at, so it was very congested. So we started not landing there and landing to the areas around it, and we landed at the little cowboy town, and we would call it Penis Palms. Should we keep that in?
I don't know. We've said penis on podcast before.
We have?
I don't know.
I say we leave it. My friend Joseph called it Sudan because we have a friend from Sudan, and
we do.
Yeah, well, no, Joseph and I do. We call him Wheezy.
How did I not know this?
But he, whenever we landed there the first time, he was like, "Wow, this looks like my hometown," and we thought that was pretty funny. So we called it Sudan. People called it Jerusalem. Other people called it Westworld. It had a lot of names, but everyone loved landing there, and then they removed it because they hate us.
Yeah.
Remember Risky? That was one of my favorite landing locations. There was a drive-in theater that you could land at called Risky Reels. That was really fun, and then they removed that. That was in the game for like 2 seasons, and they said no. Anyway.
Positive feedback? Absolutely not.
Get rid of it.
Can't be having that.
Let's slam the block on top of it. That was where the block landed, remember?
Yeah.
Okay, we're done with Fortnite.
No more Fortnite. Back to my cruise.
Yeah, anyway. We're just going to have to cut all the Fortnite
Bro, if you've never
parts
been
out.
on a cruise, it's so amazing.
Brother, we've hit an hour.
It's fine. It's crackhead hour, my man.
We're going to have to cut out all the Fortnite bits.
No! So, I want to finish talking about the food. Another thing that I tried was rabbit. That was something that I
Really?
thought of. It wasn't good, but I don't know if it was because of what was on it.
What was on it?
I don't know. I don't know what was on it, but there was something on it that I didn't enjoy.
What did it look like?
It was like, I can just show you a picture. It was like this like grape jelly looking crap.
Put the picture up right here.
I'm
put the picture up so they know what we're talking about.
Absolutely not.
Dude. They're not
You
going to know
just
what we're
find
talking
this.
about now.
It's fine. They'll be alright. Look how fancy that is, though.
Yeah, that is fancy. You got to put that picture up.
No!
Why? You're so lazy. I'll put it up.
No, sir. But, yeah, I tried a lot of weird things. Ox tongue, good. Really good. Actually, really good. It tasted like slightly wet beef.
What is the texture?
Can I title this Wet Beef?
New Year's and wet beef. Why are the references to the episodes, the titles, always like at the end? It's always like
'Cause
towards the middle or the
That's
end.
how we do it up in Descant.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
What is the texture of ox tongue?
It's like kind of squishy.
I
But
wouldn't like it.
it just tastes like regular meat. It was really good. It's just slightly squishy. That's the only thing that's not that great about it. But so that was the dinner thing. That was awesome. And the way that you ate on the ship, other than dinner, they had these different places throughout the ship. And what you do is you just walk in, fix yourself food, sit down and eat it, and that's it.
You just get out of there.
You don't even, like, like we were looking for a place to put all of our like silverware and our plates and all that. So because we clean up after ourselves. That's how we do it.
Yeah.
And you don't do that. You're literally supposed to just leave it on the table and walk away. And that was so weird to get used to, and it was so weird to get used to actually cleaning up after myself again.
Yeah.
They pamper you so much. And oh my gosh, like their room stewards like camp the halls and wait for you to like leave.
Yeah, I remember you told me about that.
So they can go in and clean your room. And they're so nice. They like talk to you. They're like they learn your name. They're like, "Hey Eli, how are you doing today?"
And you're like, "That's my name."
Like there was this one time I just walked back to my room and he was like, "Did you have a good day today?" And I was like, "Yeah."
You're like, "You care about me."
And your waiters learn your name, or servers, whatever is politically correct these days. They learn your name and all that. And they're like, "So Eli, what are we having?"
Do you get
tonight?
the same ones?
It's
like cause
for dinner, yeah.
Yeah, but they'll assign to the same tables.
It's so awesome, and there was 24-hour ice cream and pizza.
Yeah.
And
I have a story. Before you get too far away from it, I want to tell this story.
I can leave it at that. That's fine for cruise adventures. It was awesome. I ate so much.
About the like you don't know where to put your plates and stuff. I have a story about that because I was brought up like clean after yourself, do that, and I mean. I was a waiter for a short time, and also I've worked in fast food and stuff like that.
When were you a waiter? Yeah.
Bleep that out. Because that's
local.
That's local, yeah. I worked at a barbecue place. So the I've just always been respectful like that, and I've wanted to clean up after myself and stuff like that.
If you don't clean up after yourself, what's wrong with you?
Why? It's not their job. Like, if they are a waiter, like, yes, they are paid to clean your table, but that doesn't...
They also don't get paid well.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you leave it in a wreck. Like, okay, a short story about that.
You need to clean up after yourself in any situation, though. If you make a mess, you need to fix it.
Yeah. One of the few days that I was a waiter, back-to-back tables, I had one table with 854 children. And they left the biggest mess.
Oh
there
my
were
gosh.
crayons everywhere. Like, there was ketchup smeared on the table. And the mom looked really upset, and I think she was in a hurry, but still, like, it kind of upset me because she didn't even try. And
Yeah.
she gave me a big tip, and she was like, "I am so sorry about the mess, but we really, really have to go, and I would help clean this up, but we really have to go." And I was like, "It's whatever." And it didn't really matter because somebody at one of the other servers helped me clean it up anyway. But then the table after that, the table that I had that left after that, they stacked all their plates, they wiped the table, and they stood in front of, because there's like a back area, they stood there with the plates stacked up in their hands, and they were like, here's the stuff from our table, we got some of the stuff from one of the other servers, and we already wiped it off and set it all up for you. And I was like, what? And then they handed me like a $30 tip.
What?
Yeah, and they were like, "You were a great server. Keep up the good work." And I was like, "What?" And that was like my second day serving. And then they left, and I went back, and sure enough, the table was clean. They had all the placemats set back out and stuff. And the manager came over, and she was like, "You got that table done fast." And I was like, "They did it. Like, they did it themselves."
I love people like that. Like,
it was this old couple. Like this.
Of course.
Yeah, old couples are either the nicest or the worst.
Yeah.
That's what I've found.
I feel like there's a reason, though. I feel like their life was either really bad or really good.
Yeah.
Like, they're either really appreciative about what they have done in life, or they just feel like
they're entitled.
Deserve... Yeah. They feel like they deserve it to be made up to them. You know what I mean?
And one other thing that I was going to say that was relating to the don't know how to clean up after yourself. I remember one time and I can't remember where exactly it was. I think it was at a Five Guys.
I've had Five Guys.
I was young, so that's why I
Guys.
don't remember. But there was a restaurant that my dad and I went to all the time, and we went to Five Guys a lot, so I'm pretty sure it was that one. But we went to the same one because it was where my dad lived, and the people there knew us. Like, we were there, like, every other weekend, at least once, sometimes twice in the weekend, because we loved Five Guys. And we went in there and they knew us, and they were like, "Hey, what's up?"
That's all.
And apparently they were starting a thing where they were like waitering kind of, but they weren't. So you went up and took your order, and then instead of going up and getting your order when it was done, they brought it to you, and then they would clean up your table afterward. So we did the normal thing where we had our tray and we like threw all our stuff away and put the trays back, and they like were upset. They were like, "Oh no, we don't do that anymore. We're so sorry." And they were like really upset, and they even offered to refund us our food.
Oh my
and
gosh.
they like got mad at the waiter who didn't do it, and my dad like was like
It's fine.
like almost like angry upset, and he's like, "Don't yell at the waiter. Like, we were just being nice. We didn't know that was a rule." It was like upsetting. Like they were like mad at each other, but also not angry. It was just confusion. And then finally my dad got across the fact that the waiter was just doing something else, and we were done, and we just put our stuff away because that was what we always did.
Yeah.
But whenever I think about what you said, like you don't know where your trays and stuff go, I think about that because it was like chaos for like 2 minutes, and everyone was just
That's
like,
so weird.
and it was so strange. I wonder if my dad remembers that.
So I talked about my cruise and I talked about working out and all that, and I had one last thing on my little guide for myself, and that was starting to make things happen. And basically all I've really done is the podcast on my list of things that I want to do.
But you gotta start
like
somewhere.
those media dreams and stuff. I definitely think it's a good start. I feel like I've started managing my time better because I am really busy at work. I work a lot. And when I come home, I'm very tired. But I've started, actually keeping my room clean.
Yeah.
Which it's never really that bad. Sometimes I let it go sometimes. And I've started keeping it clean and just trying to maintain things more. And I think that's definitely a good start. And I look forward to getting a lot of other projects started in 2020.
Yeah, me too.
Hopefully. So
That's
Yeah.
our year recap. Hope you guys enjoyed. We're gonna go take a long break.
we're gonna go to bed.
Yeah, we're tired. Hope you guys enjoyed. This has been really fun talking about our years, talking about things that didn't happen this year, but whatever.
We apologize,
We apologize for this episode.
or maybe you're welcome about the major crackhead energy.
Give us feedback on this episode, because maybe we just need to be tired.
Maybe we need to just do drugs.
Yeah, let's end it with that. If you have any hard drugs, hand them over.
Get closer, Noah.
I
That gum.
don't hurt me.
Next episode, we're doing it on Advil.
Oh. Just gonna have an episode where we're just sitting there laughing.
Advil's not going to do anything. That was a joke.
Anyway.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
You started it this time.
Dude, you're not supposed to say anything.
I have said
something
every time.